My husband and Governor Palin will bring to the state of Michigan the opportunity to rebuild and bring jobs to Michigan, and more importantly, be able to inspire the young people of Michigan to stay in Michigan and be able to have jobs that will not only be able to support their families, but that will take them into the future. The strength that my husband and Governor Palin have together and what they will bring to this ticket and to this country will be remarkable. I've always thought that my husband would be a good president. I agree. And what I tell people is that he will not only, will make a good president, but I also remind people he is not a man for all times, but he is a man for these times. He is someone that we need right now. As you know, there have been and are good people in this race, and everyone has served and everyone has done their duty for our country. But this is not a time that we need someone in there that, that number one, does not understand what it means to send young men and women into combat, but more importantly, how to bring them home with honor and in victory. But someone that has the kind of experience to not only lead this country, but to make the decisions that are tough. Only the tough decisions make it to the desk of a president. The easy stuff never gets there. It's not, the decisions that make it to the desk are decisions that you have to have an opinion on and make a decision about. You can't pass or vote present on these things. These are tough decisions. And more importantly, probably one of the finest things that a president has the opportunity to do is to inspire young people and to inspire all Americans to serve causes that are greater than their own self-interest. My husband has had a very unique life. He's had a very interesting life. And more importantly, he's had a very spirited life. And what he brings to this ticket and to this time is a man who has learned from his experiences and, more importantly, can give back to the country the kind of thought and the kind of reasoning that a good president takes. It takes a lot of different things to make a good president, not just someone who understands the issues. It's about being able to make the tough decisions and, more importantly, how to make the decisions. I'd like to also mention to you, I'm so very, very proud that we've had the opportunity to get to know Ann and Mitt Romney. They are truly delightful people. We've had the opportunity to become friends, and I can't begin to tell you how honored I am by their friendship. And I've watched Ann with her incredible strength and her wisdom and her beauty do the things that she does with such elegance and grace. I'm just so thrilled to know them and so glad to know all their kids too. It's been a lot of fun getting to know the entire family. I can't believe that I'm standing here speaking to you as perhaps the next First Lady of the United States. I occasionally have to pinch myself. I occasionally have to pinch myself because I grew up in this, I was born and raised in the same home that my husband and I lived in literally until about a year ago. I went to the public grade school and public high school in my neighborhood. Only in America could I be standing before you tonight as the possible next First Lady of the United States. And what I tell people is, if I'm so lucky to serve alongside my husband, I hope to be able to do it with the kind of honor and the kind of dignity and the kind of grace that so many other First Ladies have done before me. It's an honor that I never thought I would ever have bestowed on me, but more importantly, what I hope to do is to not only inspire people to give outside of their neighborhoods, but to give to their communities and give to the world, but more importantly, to take that extra time that you have, that maybe you could be sitting and watching TV or doing other things, but get up off the sofa and join me. And let's go out and not rely on government for everything. Let's go do it ourselves, and let's help each other. We only have 52 days left, but who's counting, right? we keep it up on inside the airplane, as a matter of fact, how many days. We are not, by any stretch, giving up on Michigan. We're very, very close here in Michigan, as you know. And as you know, my husband and Senator Obama are vastly different in where they stand on the issues and what their vision for America is. What I like to tell people is, if you want lower taxes and less government, my husband's the man for you. But if you want higher taxes, more government, then vote for the other guy. If you want to be able to pay more in taxes, I know that's what I want to do, huh? I'm so proud of the opportunity also to be able to stand before the families, as I mentioned earlier, the families who have had the opportunity and who are serving right now. I like to tell people, if you haven't had the opportunity to go and either watch a deployment ceremony or, more importantly, watch a ceremony where they return from having served, I suggest you do so. You don't have to be a family member to do so. We are sending the finest of the finest out there. These young men and women are truly, truly the best that America has to offer, and they are so proud of what they do. And what I try to tell people is, the next time you see somebody in a man or woman in uniform in an airport or in a mall or wherever you may see them, stop and grab them and say, thank you so much for serving, because it means a great deal to them. I've been with my sons when that has happened, and I can't tell you what it means as a mother to have that done. Lastly, I would like to say to all of you, we are not giving up on Michigan. We're not giving up on the Midwest by any stretch. As you know, in case you hadn't noticed, we're ahead in the polls. We're ahead in the polls, and we intend to stay ahead in the polls, let me tell you. And in spite of what you see in the newspapers and on shows like The View, I don't know if any of you saw The View yesterday, they pretty much picked our bones clean. In spite of what you see, that's not what the American people are saying and what they're believing in. They're now seeing a clear difference in these candidates, and they're seeing who is going to make the best president, and that's why we're pulling ahead. We have a long way to go, though, and we're going to have to rely on you to help us get there. We have to get our vote out. We have to make sure people know the differences in the candidates, and more importantly, we have to make sure that people understand just how critical this race is this time. So I encourage all of you to go from here tonight. I know you're going to get your marching orders from all the other folks here tonight, but Michigan is truly critical in this race. And so we look to you and to your neighbors and to your friends and your relatives and everybody else to get the vote out and get your friends and everybody else out to vote. And to tell them to take a good, hard look at the candidates, because there's a great difference between them. And I really think my husband's going to be the best president you've ever had. Thank you so much. I thank you so much for having me and for coming and for taking time to welcome me. And thank you. And I cannot wait to watch the returns come in from Michigan for John McCain. Thank you.